How you doing? This is Kirk, back rocking along on this fancy playlist. Roll on down the highway, as BTO once sang back in the day. Oh gosh, almost 50 years ago. Oh my goodness, 50, 60 years ago. Well, anyway, let's bring it on down to the house of 2022. Fancy playlist of May 8th, 2022. Wet Leg at number 5 with Chaise Longue, up 7 from number 12. Debuted this record at number 19. I was so hot for this record. First heard it on Alt 101.7 about 3 or 4 months ago. Just got through working out, listened to it on the car radio on the way to a parking lot. And when I got to the parking lot, I just let the engine idle. This is one of these songs I had to listen to. It was so inventive, so loaded with wordplay and fun and catchy and fatuous, everything that comprises a hit record. Even though a little bit quirky, but quirky is good. I love that line. One that, God, what an amazing hook when they sang, "What? Excuse me. What? Excuse me." It was so, the way they sang it was so sly, coy, beguiling. I was absolutely enchanted by it. I said, God, I love this. I'm just absolutely just snookered with this record. Wet Leg with Chaise Longue. You know, I never heard of a Chaise Longue before. I said, what the hell is a Chaise Longue? And what a name of a group. Well, it's not really a group. It's two women. But Chaise Longue, what the hell is Chaise Longue? I looked it up, and it's actually an upholstered sofa. It's a comfortable-looking affair, upholstered sofa that looks like a chair. You can recline in it, support your legs on it. Wet Leg, two women in this outfit. Rianne Teasdale and Hester Chambers. They're from the Isle of Wight, W-I-G-H-T, and for some reason I can't put my tongue or my larynx around this record, around that word and pronounce it correctly, but it's an island off the coast of England, off the southern coast of England, so I guess technically you can say they're from the UK. Man, I love this line right here that they do. Quote unquote. The song is inventive, but this line was actually nicked from something else. Quote, "Is your muffin buttered? Would you like us to assign someone to butter your muffin?" Quote unquote. And that's another coy. It's almost semi-sarcastic, like, you know, you want us to do this for you or something like that. Well, actually, that line was lifted from a comedy called Mean Girls back in 2004. Now, these two women, they grew up on the Isle of Wight. They attended university there. They pursued music as solo careers, and they got together. They had day jobs. Teasdale, she was an assistant. I can't pronounce the word. Wardrobe assistant for commercial and music videos. That's pretty prestigious right there. And Hester Chambers, she was working in her family jewelry business. Therefore, this wet leg excursion was just a fun thing to do on the side. Just have a good time on the side. And Teasdale, she wrote this song sitting on a Chaise Longue. The Chaise Longue that was Hester Chambers, her grandfather's old Chaise Longue, and Teasdale wrote it about 2 months before the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, when the lockdowns hit, and they were more severe on the lockdowns over in Europe and England than they were down here, at least down here in Alabama anyway. I think the lockdowns here in Alabama lasted for maybe about a month, at least here in Tuscaloosa about 6 weeks, but more prolonged overseas. But they used it very constructively. Here's the deal on that. They recorded the album. They got a manager, got a record deal with Domino Records during the lockdown. As the lockdown persisted, they made their own video. It was all them. They directed, shot, and edited the video to Chaise Longue. The song itself, well, let me read you a quote by Teasdale. I like this quote that she made. Well, first off, after they made several videos after this. Now, as the lockdowns lifted, as they got busier with their music career, some of the videos they made afterward, they yielded creative control to a small production team on one of their other videos. They got another video to a song called Wet Dream. Here's a quote by Teasdale that really struck out at me. I just want to share it with you. Quote, as soon as we stop trying to make anything out of our music, we really got busy with it. I guess when you see it as a source of fun, or just kind of, it takes the pressure off of coming up with a hit record, or that's kind of the way I took it. Okay, let's talk about the charts. Now, here's the deal about this record. This should be a bigger record, a much bigger record. It is infectious, it is catchy, it is original, it is scintillating with originality. And I like the way the song starts. It's got this frantic drum beat. You got that sneaky sounding bass guitar or something in the background, and you got that frantic drum beat that contrasts sharply with Teasdale's deadpan vocals, and she's tossing out a menagerie of wordplay. It's just, again, it's beguiling. It is just one beguiling record. I was enchanted by this thing. I still am, although I've listened to it a lot over the last few months. In England, it only got as high as number 75 on their singles charts. And I can't help but think, if this song came out 15, 20 years ago, it would have gone top 10 in England. Because the British charts in the past seem to be more receptive to more of the, I hate to use the word novelty, because I can imagine the artists, they're watching the video, hey, look, this is not a novelty song. Don't call our song a novelty record. But I'm just using that, I can't think of a better word right now. Just something quirky and original. It seems the singles charts overseas seem to be a little bit more receptive to that than over here in the States in the past. I mean, you've had songs like Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba that was originally hit in Britain, and that White Town record, I think, Your Girl, something like that. Those are just two of many examples. But only got as high as number 74 on their singles chart, and it should go top 10. This is a top 10 record. I think this record should be reconsidered. Perhaps even re-released in the UK. Another shot at the top 10. I saw them performing this song. I watched the video to them performing this song in Glastonbury on YouTube. And they had a lot of cheering fans. They sold out shows. I wrote it down somewhere in one of my previous notes, but they sold out shows in Los Angeles and New York. Never even heard of this band until I heard that song on 101.7. Now, on the indie charts in the UK, it did better, went to number 13, but this needs to break out of the indie charts. On the rock alternative airplay charts here in the States, only got as high as 21. That should have been top 10. Come on, this is a brilliant record. It's a fun record. This is a glittering addition. I don't care what anybody says, this is a glittering addition to a music library. And I admit it, I'm biased with different sounding records. I grew up listening to different sounding original records. Everything from Mellow Yellow by Donovan to Neanderthal Man by Hot Leg. And I mean, this song kind of falls, and as far as I'm concerned, looking back on it, historically speaking, this song falls right into that genre. Now, I wish I could be more specific, but I can't. My brain is running on molasses right now, not high-octane fuel. The formats for this record. Well, obviously, alternative. It needs to be, here in the States, it needs to be resurfaced. I can't think of the word right now, but it needs to be re-released. This needs to go top 10, even number 1 on alternative. Adult alternative. This song could be serviced. Like I said, I can't think of the word right now. I didn't get enough sleep last night, I'll admit it. Service to adult alternative radio, pop radio. This could be a potential pop hit. It may take some time with the pop audience, but with enough airplay, play it about every 2 or 3 or 4 hours, It'll grow on you. I mean, it doesn't even have to grow on you. This song is just, it's got it. It's a manufactured hit record right there. I just love the way Teasdale sings this song. Now, even though the song is fun, there is a level of disgruntled. There are parts of the song where the narrator seems to be a little disgruntled, where they sing about at the beginning of the record about getting a degree. Mom and Dad, I got a degree. All my friends got the big D, and now we got the big D. It's almost like they're saying, yeah, we got the big D. So what? What's the big deal? It's almost like they're jaded, just somewhat sarcastic. Boy, I'm just absolutely enamored with the way they approach this record. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the most brilliant records of 2022, at the very least. Whoo, boy, what a song. Well, let's go ahead and let this video go. Oh God, my goodness, I ran this thing over 11 minutes. Well, at number 5 on my fantasy playlist of May the 8th, 2022, Chaise Longue by Wet Leg, brought to you by Dean Kirk, and let's buzz this record up as a top 10 alternative, top 10 adult alternative, and a top 10 pop hit.